Despite not taking the oath of office for several months, Donald Trump is getting massive victories. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm certainly having a great day myself, and before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and of course, join the channel today. Again, these are all great ways to support the daily content, but enough of the promotional stuff, let's get into it, because despite not even taking the oath of office until January, Donald Trump is collecting massive victories across the board. Whether it's his cabinet, whether it's proposed policy, whether it's really anything, it seems like everything is going Trump's way. Now, I want to be clear that we are still very early in the process, so things could technically change. But as of now, you have to like what you're seeing. Susan Wiles is the chief of staff, who I think is a very good pick. Now, is she my #1 choice? No. But it's clear that Susan Wiles, she knows what she's doing. From the 2024 campaign, she did great. Now, was it perfect? Of course not. But generally speaking, everything Wiles did in 2024, it worked. Stephen Miller, he's the deputy chief of staff. Tom Homan, the border czar. Elise Stefanik, UN ambassador. I know Stefanik, people are going to say she's kind of liberal on some issues. She's not the best. I understand that. But Stefanik at least is loyal. And that's a trend you're going to notice. Like, some of these people, they may not be the best on the issues. I think people like Stephen Miller, Tom Homan, they're great. Like, they are amazing on stuff like immigration. But people like Stefanik, you know, they're a bit more iffy. But at the same time, Stefanik's loyal. She is a loyalist of Trump. She is going to back Trump no matter what. You're not going to have some bozo in this position that's a never Trumper that secretly hates Trump, but he or she's working against him. No, Elise Stefanik may not be the best, but she's loyal. Same thing with Rick Grinnell. Again, he's not the best on the issues, and there's some questions around him, but with Rick Grinnell, he's going to be loyal to Trump. He's going to support Trump no matter what. And there are some really good ones like Lee Zeldin, who's the head of the EPA, which I think this is an amazing choice. I always believed that Lee Zeldin deserved some kind of position, and well, he is going to be the head of the EPA, which is kind of a random position, but getting Lee Zeldin into the administration is great. He's someone that's loyal to Trump. Hell, he came close to winning the governorship in New York, for crying out loud. He's a great guy, he's good on the issues, but of course he is loyal to Trump. So right now, these are looking pretty good. There are some questionable ones like Linda McMahon and Mike Waltz. Like, seriously, Mike Waltz? That might be your Secretary of Defense? That's a pretty big question mark. And of course, there are names like RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk. They're going to get positions as well, but we don't know for sure what. But right now, this is looking good. This looks way better than Trump's first term, where it was nothing but bozos that had no clue what the hell they were doing. They hated Trump. They were never Trumpers. They were old rhinos. They sucked. Right now, though, Susan Wiles, Stephen Miller, Tom Homan, Lee Zeldin, even Rick Grinnell, these are good choices. Now, of course, this is just the rumored cabinet. We don't really know for sure who's going to be the Attorney General. We don't know for sure who's going to be the Secretary of Defense. Now, Mike Waltz is a favorite, it looks like, but we don't know for sure. There are key positions that we have no clue, and more than likely we won't know for the next couple of days. But right now, so far, this is looking like a very good White House, especially people like Stephen Miller and Tom Homan. For those that don't know, these two guys are immigration hawks to the extreme. They are amazing on the issue of immigration. For crying out loud, Tom Homan is Trump's border czar. For those that don't know what he said in the past about immigration, well, he just announced this today. Donald Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, says the administration will conduct workplace immigration raids. Yeah, Trump's border czar is saying we are going to actually do something about immigration. Now, I find it absolutely hilarious that they're calling him the border czar. Remember when they said the same thing about Kamala Harris? She was the border czar and she was going to fix the issue. Remember that? Yeah, Trump actually has a border czar that knows what the hell he's doing. He worked in ICE. He understands what we got to do. We got to actually fix the issue of immigration, not just illegal, but legal immigration. Yeah, so this guy's someone that doesn't piss around. It's not just, he talks a big game but doesn't do anything. No, he is someone that will actually do what he says he's going to do. And that's why Trump made a great pick in Tom Homan as the border czar. And I know some people are going to say, oh, it's too harsh, it's too extreme, it's unelectable. Well, guess what? Trump was given a mandate by tens of millions of people to do stuff like this. For crying out loud, Trump secures the largest popular vote count by a Republican ever. More than Reagan, more than even Trump in 2020. Yeah, Trump had the largest popular vote count ever for any Republican. And he outran Republicans everywhere. He was given a Senate majority, a small House majority. But on the issue of immigration in particular, Trump absolutely killed Harris on the issue. People trust Trump on this one issue in particular. And, well, Trump is going to do stuff like this because guess what? It needs to be done. For us to fix the issue of immigration in this country, we have to do stuff like this, which some people may not like, but it's just the sad reality of it. If you want to fix the issue, you have to go to great lengths like this to fix it. And Trump was given a mandate to do so by the American people. And funny enough, the biggest swings of the election came from the border. Yeah, the biggest swings by county came from border counties. Look at places like Starr County. It swung 21 points Republican. Places like El Paso, 20 points Republican. Hell, Maverick County, which is where Eagle Pass is, it swung 28 points Republican. These are counties that have been voting Democrat for decades. Yet Trump became the first Republican in some instances ever to win some of these areas. And that's because he ran on securing the border. He ran on, we're going to fix the issue of immigration. We're going to actually do something. We're not going to sit back and do nothing. No, we're going to actually fix the border. And the biggest swings of this election came from border counties. That's a fact. The biggest shift of the entire election came from Maverick County. A 28-point shift here. So the idea that this is going to somehow hurt Trump is unpopular. No. People voted for this. They wanted someone like Trump to get in power and actually fix the issue on the border, the disaster. That's a big reason why a lot of people voted for him. They don't like Trump, but they know for a fact that he's going to try to secure the border. Whether it's through fix or building the wall, whether it's through quote-unquote extreme policies like this, he's going to try to fix it. Much better than Joe or Harris ever did. They barely tried. And that's one of the biggest reasons why Trump won. Biden and Harris did nothing with the southern border for years. And Trump offered a vision. People trust him. And now, the majority of people, they agree with Trump on basically everything when it comes to immigration. Building the wall, mass deportations, hell, reducing legal immigration. Yeah, in just 4 years, all those issues were like 50-50 at best. But now, the majority of people, they support stuff like this. Trump was given a mandate to do things like this by the American people. Now, of course, there are other things at play. Of course, foreign policy is a big deal for a lot of people. And already, Trump is doing a great job on that front. He's talking with Putin, talking with Zelensky, talking with foreign leaders across the world, trying to bring back peace. He's already doing that in what, a week? He's been the president-elect for like a week. And already, he's trying to end the wars across the world. Which is a big reason why the Muslim community voted for Trump. At least compared to other Republicans, they voted for Trump in large numbers because he promised peace abroad. He promised ending the war in Gaza, ending the war in Ukraine, and right now, Trump is trying to accomplish that even before he takes the oath of office. There's so much good stuff here that it's unbelievable that it's only been a week. And Trump has announced so much good stuff, whether it's foreign policy, immigration, education. Yeah, that's right. Trump is putting a lot of focus on reforming education. And he's saying stuff like, hey, let's abolish the Department of Education, which I think is common sense. I mean, guys, the Department of Education sucks. It's done nothing good in 40 years. Get rid of it. It's done nothing except make America's education even worse. Of course, promote school choice. Make it good school curriculum that's not trash. This is stuff that he's announcing not even a week after he won. And if Trump continues to add on to this agenda and, of course, tries to accomplish all of it, he would become one of the most impactful presidents in history. And it's a lot of good things, a lot of good changes that we desperately need, whether it's peace abroad, whether it's an economy that's actually good, fixing the southern border, fixing education. These are all good things that I really believe if Trump accomplishes all of this, we could actually see his approval rating rise dramatically. Because the majority of people, they support all of this stuff. They support peace abroad. They want the southern border secured. They want school choice. They want good school curriculum. This is what the American people support. This is what they voted for. But there could be one big question mark that could impact all of this. And that, of course, is the current state of Congress. Now, we do got a majority in both chambers, but there's two big problems that we have to deal with. One, we have a very small House majority. It's like 7 seats. And when you factor in people like Elise Stefanik, they're going to be the next UN ambassador. Our majority becomes even smaller. So you have less leeway to pass this agenda. And I know a lot of the stuff Trump wants to do can be done through executive order, but there are certain things Trump wants to do through Congress so it's in law. So the next president can't just say, oh, well, I don't like it. It's an executive order. Get it out of here. So that's the first problem. The House majority is very small. The second problem is, well, you got to deal with Senate Republicans. These guys are absolutely incompetent. They have no clue what the hell they're doing. And they have a 3-seat majority, which is fine. You know, 53 Senate seats. It's not that bad. But then you read stuff like this. For those that don't know, there's a big fight over the Senate majority leadership. And I support Rick Scott. I think he's the best option of the 3. Or pick J.D. Vance if you have to, which, again, you can do it, but it's unlikely. Here's a problem, though. The grassroots, they want Rick Scott. A bunch of people are calling their senators and saying, hey, we want Rick Scott as majority leader. And you know how Senate Republicans are responding? They're saying, no, we're mad. Yeah, they are mad that their voters are telling them what they want them to do. Look at this. The bulk of the Republican rank and file is not pleased at all. We spoke with one senator who was aghast at the effort, as well as a GOP aide who said the campaign is pissing off senators whose votes Rick needs to win. Senators do not take kindly to have an army of social media trolls attack them. This is what the Senate GOP is saying about their own voters. Social media trolls, really? Are you kidding me right now? Guys, the American people voted for you, and particularly for Trump. The only reason you idiots have a majority is because of Trump. You think I'm kidding? He won the popular vote by 2 points. He won all the swing states. Yet, look at the Senate. You won 4 Senate seats, and 3 of them are in deep red states. With the 4th one being in Pennsylvania, but that seat Trump won. He won by like 2 to 3 points. Everywhere else, actually everywhere, not a single Senate Republican, I believe, outran Trump in any of the swing states. Not a single one. Not in Wisconsin, Michigan, Virginia, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, maybe Maryland, but we lost by 9. Who cares? Not a single Republican outran Trump in any of the critical swing states. Yet you're going to attack the voters that won you the Senate. That's your plan. This right here is why the Senate GOP is trash. They're way worse than House Republicans because at least House Republicans, the majority of them are getting better on the issues. In the Senate, though, you have to deal with idiots like Lisa Murkowski, John Curtis now, people like Mitch McConnell still there. It's like these guys are old. They have no clue what the hell they're doing. They suck on the issues. And they're saying stuff like this about their own voters. Listen, I think Trump has the influence to stop this crap, but if the Senate GOP is this hostile towards Trump in his second term, I hate to say it, but there's some stuff that he's not going to be able to accomplish. And we have to pray that hopefully when Vance wins in 2028, he can pass the stuff. But if the Senate GOP is this incompetent, it becomes a lot more difficult for Trump to actually pass this stuff. Now, I still think at the end of the day, with Trump clearly getting a mandate from the American people, I do think Senate Republicans in most circumstances, they will do whatever Trump wants. But The fact that they're saying stuff about their own voters like this is unbelievable. It tells me that these idiots have not learned. The only reason they won was because of Trump. If it wasn't for Trump, they might have had a 1-seat majority. Maybe. And that's pushing it. You might have been 50-50. All because Trump was on the ballot. If it wasn't for Trump, you don't have a Senate majority that's worth anything. And the House is just gone. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description down below. And of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.